Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasia, but you can also call me Tay, and welcome in. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome back to Sprout everyone. It's day 14 and it's time to get back into decorating on this island. I'm so excited. We're doing a speed build today and we are building in the back section of my island. So before we get into everything though, I would greatly appreciate if you could like and subscribe, and let's get into building. Alright, so we are heading back to this section of my island, and I will just be rebuilding this build that I'd already made, so that's why I have quite a few items just lying on the ground. I've already made this little space and decorated it, but I tore it down and I want to rebuild it so I can show you guys the process. I pretty much did this because I was very unsure of what I wanted to do in this back area. For the longest time, I just sat here struggling. I've probably run through this area multiple times, trying to brainstorm, trying to think, and really nothing was coming to mind. Originally, I did try out like a farmer's market in this section, and it did turn out cute, but I wasn't really loving it. And that's when I came up with the build that we're doing today, which is going to be a plant shop. I figured, how could I have an island named Sprout and not have a plant shop on my farm core island? So that's what we're doing today. I think it turned out really cute. It is just like a small compact area. It's only like a couple tiles wide, so I feel like you could easily incorporate this on your own island if you would like. It is a really good filler spot. And I'm also just trying to tie it into my general color scheme and theme. So I just laid down a bunch of the wooden plank code, and that's just going to be the deck of my store. So I am going to make it look like an actual inside building that you walk into. So it's kind of like indoor to outdoor, I guess. And I'm also just doing some minor decorations around the outsides of the shop as well. And speaking of well, I wanted to place a well there right in the corner. I thought it fit perfectly in that little spot. And this is when I start building and laying out the walls of my store. So I'm just using some storefronts. I'm also going to be using some retro transportation stops. Again, I'm trying to tie it into my general theme, so I'm really trying to make it look very rustic and a little bit run down, but also really cute. It's really just a balance, honestly. So I just wanted to add some variety to this building, and that's the pond in the background. It's also such just like a weird shape that I felt it was best to cover it up. At least with my other pond, I managed to make like a roundabout around it and make it a centerpiece because it looked like a really cute shape. But this pond is vertical and it's so skinny, and I just did not know what to do with it. But we will be decorating around the area in this video as well, so you'll see how I managed to make that pond work. And because it's a plant shop, I really wanted to bring in a lot of green elements, and I ended up putting some trees in the actual store, and we're going to blend them in a little bit more into this whole area, so it will fit. It will look really cute. Now, I also just wanted to keep filling this area with items. I just love the cluttered look on any kind of build that I do. So I wanted to put in those benches there, and this is when I start decorating my store. Even though I am rebuilding this, I know exactly what it looked like before. I tried to do it in a way that made a little bit more sense. Tried to keep it to how I would normally make my builds, and that is starting with the foundation first, starting with all the bigger items, starting with the ones that really fill up the space, and then I will start adding items on top of other surfaces as well. I thought it'd be really cute to incorporate this blanket on top of the deck code, and this is going to be like the little checkout counter where you come and basically purchase all of your plants and other items that you would like to buy. And again, I'm keeping it very like rustic but also kind of cute. I think this combo, especially with the plain party lights arch and just that specific cash register, as well as the starter plant, I forget the actual name, but that can with the plants in it, it's just such a cute item. I used it in my community garden build, and I really thought it would fit in this area as well. So just that combination of items really sold the kind of style I was going for this plant shop, and it just turned out so cute. I really love it. I didn't want to clutter it too much to where you can't walk around in the store, but also just enough to where it felt very full of your trees and potted plants that you can purchase, some seeds that you can buy and do your own gardening, and then of course I have that little wheat field right in front. And it was something to fill in the area without blocking the view of the store. And yeah, it just kind of tied into all of the colors. But that is how the plant shop looks. I think it turned out pretty good, especially without terraforming. It is completely flat, so if you're not a huge fan of terraforming, you don't like making fake buildings, hopefully this is helpful and you can use this as a foundation for other kinds of stores and shops for your islands. So moving on to the back section of this build, this area is probably my favorite of this build today, and I thought it would just be very simple, very easy to fill this space with a flower field. So as I said in a past video, I have a ton of cosmos, specifically the yellow cosmos, on my beach because we're going to be filling this whole area with the flowers. And to really make use of this space, I thought it was really necessary to put in a dirt coat that kind of winds around that pond. So I guess the pond kind of turned out cute. You can view it as you're walking around this space, and it kind of will lead to a mini cafe slash food truck. But of course you have to run through the flowers in order to get over there. I also extended the wooden plank code as well to make this little deck for the food truck and cafe spot. It's kind of just like a hidden section of my island. I don't really know if it gives off farm core that much, but I thought it'd be nice to make at least one of my areas on my island feel like a very communal area. People can come by, just relax, enjoy the day. So that is pretty much what I was trying to achieve with this build. And also I have this mini cliff up here, and I thought it would be really cute to extend the flower field onto that cliff, especially since it's like such a straight edge on the sides of it, that I just thought it'd be really nice to blend the flower field all the way up onto that cliff. Also, to give the area a little bit more height, and also just because I really wanted to use this item somewhere on my island, I thought it'd be nice to put in some of the wind turbines in this space as well, and it does turn out really cute. I feel like what I was going for with this build was to make like a sunflower field with wind turbines, and the yellow cosmos is honestly the best and the closest I'm gonna get to sunflowers. And you know, I have to just add in some fencing. I feel like fencing always elevates any kind of build, so I went with the barbed wire fencing. I just thought that was nice. It's pretty see-through. It doesn't distract too much from the overall build, but just adds a little more rustic elements to it as well. And I wanted to throw in some of the bee apiaries, I believe they're called. I just thought that was a really nice addition amongst all of the yellow cosmos. I just thought they fit really nicely together. And this is when I start planting all of my flowers. It does turn out so pretty and so nice. It's just so whimsical too. I feel like this would be a perfect kind of build for a summer or even spring themed island as well, just because of how vibrant all the colors are. They're just so nice. I really do adore this build. And this is what it turns out when all of the flowers are in here. I'm going to be rearranging some of them, putting in a few items, putting in a few weeds, and that's basically it for the flower field. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like the yellow cosmos, or do you think there's another flower that you think would look even better in this space? I'd love to know. I thought it'd just be best to use the cosmos also because I have been using the cosmos across my island, and I've mainly been using the white ones, so this was just a really big pop of color for this area. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think for this kind of build. And as you can see, I also wanted to include some of the bunnies in this flower field as well. Bunnies just make everything better, and I thought it'd be really cute to add them because I do have a little bunny farm right outside of my house, which is just down the road from this specific area. And maybe it's like one of my bunnies escaped the pen and ended up just enjoying the flower field, and they're hopping around over there. And as you can see, I started moving over to my cafe slash food truck area. I really wanted to incorporate these bistro tables, I think that's what they're called, as well as these garden chairs. They just are a really cool combo, and I just like them a lot. You know, it's just like this hidden space right by the ocean amongst the flowers, and I think this food truck is a perfect addition to this area as well. It's really sells the whole cafe idea without me having to make a whole nother building. And I might add a few more things, I'm not really sure. It does feel a little bit empty, but You know, it's simple enough and it looks good. So I'm just going to show you guys a few clips of how the build turned out today. I truly hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, anything else I could add, and also any ideas for that side beach over there, because I will have to decorate that at some point. That, everyone, is the end of today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely consider giving this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all have a lovely day or night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!